value of y, where y is x raised to n with the help of functions. The other way of saying the same problem statement can be to find the value of x raised to n without using the standard library function POW of math.h, which means we have to write a function similar to POW. Now let us see how this particular entire stuff need to be written. Now before we proceed to the actual code, let's understand the logic of building x raised to n. Now if I assume some numbers, for example I'll take a variable, let me say that I'm going to use a variable x and a variable n, which will be representing the base and power, right? Now for simplicity I'll take an example of x need to be read as 2 and n will be read as 3. If I had to find the value of 2 raised to 3, that is x raised to n, we have to multiply this particular x by itself how many times? N times. So basically I had to multiply this particular variable x for n times. So why don't we write a loop, say variable I, and I'll say that this particular I will be initialized with 1 and this I will be checked whether it has crossed the value of n or not. Now what will be the procedure for multiplying the variable x for by itself? So let me consider a result variable as y. Since I'm supposed to multiply and accumulate the results, I'll take the initial value of y as 1. Now let me check whether I is less than n. Yes, true. Now if it is true, what you do is you multiply this y with x and store the result back to y itself. Now this will be the logical way of multiplying x by itself. Now the result becomes 2. I will be incremented. Let's increase this particular I as 2. 2 less than 3, true. Again multiply this particular y with x and store the result back to y. So 2 into 2 is 4. Check, is I less than n? Yes, still I is less than n. Increase the value of I becomes 3. Again multiply the value of y with I and with x and restore result back to y. 4 into 2 is 8. I will now be 4. When I is 4, automatically it crosses the value of n. So it means that whatever which is stored in y will be declared as our final result. So basically multiply x by itself. Multiplying x by itself is nothing but multiplying y with x and store result back to x. In this case the value of x doesn't get disturbed. The value of y keeps on overwriting. Now let's see how this particular program need to be implemented. Now this will be the simple header files which you are supposed to include. Now the variable y will be the result variable, the variable x represents the base and the variable n represents the power. After the variable declaration, let's see how do I read. Now these are the printf and scanf instructions. I've taken the variable as long int because I feel for a small input of x and small input of n, there can be a very large result. If you wish, you can declare only y as long int, x and n as integer. I'll read the power, read the base into x and read the power into n. Now the most important part is to call the function. From the main part, your main will now be involved only in doing the read operation and display operation. The actual calculation will be done in a function called as power. Now whenever I call this particular power function, automatically the control goes out of this particular main. So it means that main is suspended for a while. See, we have not ended the main program. Main is suspended for a while. Automatically it will go outside and call this particular function power. X is copied onto x, n is copied onto n. And I expect this particular function to find the value of x is to n and return a large value. Now Again, for the calculation purpose, I need some variables. So let's say I as the loop variable and y is the result variable, which is initialized with 1. Now since I said that I have to multiply x by itself for n times, this loop runs for n times. As per the previous discussion, the result variable y will be multiplied with the base continuously. Once we cross the value of I as n, the y stores the value of x is to n. So we are going to return the value of y. When I say return the value of y, the value of y from the function goes back to this particular main. So the value of x was copied onto x, n was copied onto n. Now this x and n are again new variables. Y will be y. Do again go through the fundamentals of functions videos so that you can understand the function concepts more better. Now once we come back, I have to just display the value of the result. So I'll display the result as the value of x raised to n equals to the result, that is y. Now once you go through, use this particular code, run this, and automatically you'll be able to get the output. Thank you.